What's going on, everybody? Ty Bartell in with another edition of Coach's Corner. This time we head to my friends over in Berlin Center with the Western Reserve Blue Devils, as we're going to take a look at the volleyball team they're going to be put together here for the 2024 season. I got their skipper, Hughes, joining me today. Coach Hughes, how are we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad, and I know your girls are getting excited for the season. I see the pictures swirling on socials. I see all the girls. They're pumped up for volleyball season. What have you seen in tryouts so far? What are some names that are sticking out for you? Who are some names that we can expect to hear a lot for Western Reserve volleyball this year?
Yeah. Well, our tryouts aren't officially till tomorrow, but we've definitely had some open gyms, and we went to some playing against teams. We went to Cedar Point last week, but I mean, I have 5 returning starters, so we have actually 6 seniors. Haley Fellows is our setter. She's definitely doing a nice job so far this year. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with her. Isabella Morrow, she'll be back full season this year. She's going to be someone to be reckoned with. She definitely has worked on her hitting and blocking. I'm excited to see her play. Daylin Brown, she's also back, and had little injuries last year, so she's back in full circuit as well. Abby Blair, she had an injury at the end of the season, but definitely back in full swing. So excited to see them come back and play for our team. And I know they're super excited to have some successful moments. I also have Amanda Hamilton, who will be back, and Lauren Steed. Quincy Miller is our other setter. She's a junior. She played for us last year as a setter, and definitely she's going to be helping us out.
You look at this team too, and you
I have
mentioned
Angelo
that.
DeSanto. She's newer to our team. She, played for West Reserve for the past 3 years. But and Chloe Ensley, she's a sophomore. She's
You
I
mentioned
don't
the
know what
six
happened,
seniors.
Tyler. Let me see.
I know we're having a little bit of a connection issue, but I mean, we're talking about this team too, and I mean, you mentioned a lot of names that I heard last year. I got to mention those names last year too during broadcast. 6 seniors. That's a pretty big amount too for a school of your size. You talk about this team, but I want to talk a little bit about the conference too, because I feel like this conference has consistently gotten better each and every year. The competition around you guys, it's no longer you guys aren't the top of the mountain. There's a lot of teams competing for the top of the mountain. What are the girls, I guess, mentality like now that they got the experience that last year? They got to experience a lot of teams taking their shot, a lot of teams that are improved over the years. What is their mentality in it now, knowing that there's a lot of teams going for the top of the mountain, but they want to be the ones at the top?
Absolutely, and we talk about that all the time. Our league is tough. We got Jackson Milton. They're so scrappy. They got new coaches happening this year, and older coaches that have been around forever. So we ran into them this summer, and it's definitely going to be something to work hard and play. Middle Ridge, always tough. Springfield, we ran into them this summer as well. They definitely are tough, and we have Camel with us now. So Camel went into our league this year, and we ran into those too. So yeah, our league is definitely um, tough. Even though they've been around, but and again, when you're on top like that, or you come out in a tie for first place, everyone's going to come after you. So we have that mentality, and definitely starting tomorrow in our real season, we definitely know that, and not to mention McDonald. We definitely we
Yeah,
definitely have a great competitive season to make us work hard and show up hopefully for the tournaments.
and I mean, that's all you can ask for too out of a conference and out of a regular season, right? When you talk about this conference, though, and I mean, you guys, I know goal is always you want to win that conference first. It's the first thing you can win. When you look at the competition in and around your conference, what are you guys going to have to do? Obviously, you got to focus on yourselves. What are you guys going to have to focus on for you guys to see yourselves at the top of the conference end of the season?
Absolutely. From playing this summer, because we did a lot of playing, we definitely need to work on some serve receive. The girls know it. We know it. We could run big plays, but we can't run them if we don't have that first pass. So we are definitely focusing on that stuff, focusing on working hard, playing hard. not letting the ball hit the ground. I feel like since I've, been around in this last few years, we've been focusing on that. It doesn't matter. You got to go out and play hard. We don't care what the score is. Our schedule is tough. Not only our conference, we throw in Wellsville in there. We throw in Crestview in there. So we want to play those schools, and so we can get better. And again, I don't really care what that score is. I want them to play hard every single point, and I feel like that's what we have to focus on this year.
How beneficial is it for you as you're trying to continue taking steps with the program, continue to try to build this into that kind of caliber of a program? How helpful, how beneficial is it for you as a coach and for you guys as a team to have so much good, talented competition, state level competition that is right within reaching distance for you guys to kind of test yourselves against?
It's phenomenal. I mean, our area of volleyball is outstanding. I mean, I know we are scrimmaging South Range, we're scrimmaging Poland, we're scrimmaging Canfield. Um, we're scrimmaging East Liverpool, who are definitely all big contenders, in this thing. Ursuline, I mean, we just got phenomenal volleyball around us, which helps our team get better and helps the whole program get better. So I can't say enough about the area teams and like the JO teams that are around here. And our kids being involved with that to help throughout the year, even though we have some multi-sport athletes, they still try to fit in travel volleyball outside of there. So you can see it, you can tell because of their skill.
You could also tell about the Hughes too. You guys have done a lot to build volleyball up in and around the area. The Hughes name goes deep in this area when it comes to volleyball. You personally, I'm just curious. I mean, you obviously have to have that deep rooted love for it to keep coming back each and every year. What keeps you coming back though each and every year? What drives that love to be a coach and to be Western Reserve skipper?
You know what? Since I've been a kid, I wanted to be a teacher. The kids make it the best. You have ins and outs with everything going around, but when the kids come up and show and are having fun and are learning, same within my teaching career, I'm going to be here as long as I'm still having fun and the kids are improving and the kids are there, to want to win. They want some competitiveness in them, and they're fun. They're great kids. They want to come. They want to have fun. They want to make memories. I mean, I can't ask for much more. They're great kids.
From your first day of calling yourself a head coach to now, what are some of the biggest things you've learned about yourself and you've taken away from your coaching style that's kind of helped you today?
Yeah, I guess when I first came in, I felt a lot of pressure. We had got a lot of good teams, and I had to come in and fulfill that successfulness that we've had at Western Reserve High School. Even though I was part of the junior high program for years, I know that coming up to that varsity level is a way, more intense, and just to keep that high intensity and to show that Western Reserve has great kids and a great volleyball program. And so that was a lot of pressure on me. I feel like now, it is about the kids. It's always been about the kids for me, but I need them to feel successful. I need them to enjoy it. I need them to learn life skills from it. And so I guess that's my olderness, even though I've been, around for a while. These last few years, even though it was pretty intense and I had a big target on my back, I feel like, we did that and we made memories and we, played hard. And I feel like the kids enjoyed it. And that's what I want out of it.
Do you think your coaching in the lower levels benefited you and made you ready for that varsity level? Just as a piece of advice for other people kind of interested in the coaching realm too, is it beneficial to kind of start small, work your way up?
Absolutely. I mean, I started coaching right out of high school with my high school coach. Her name was Lana Kramer. And she kind of held me under her wing because I was this young 17, 18-year-old kid coming in. And so I started with her doing JV, I think for 3 years. And then I went down to junior high just to do it on my own a little bit there. And then, stayed with the younger groups as I moved around schools, etc. But I definitely, you need somebody to guide you. I don't care who you are. You can come in right now, but you need somebody that's going to help you out, to guide you, to, help you through the things that aren't just coaching volleyball. Because I feel like you can come right out of college and be a college player and you can coach volleyball, but you have to do the ins and outs and you have to relate to the kids and you have to do all that little stuff that nobody teaches you how to do. So you have to have a mentor. And I feel like with our school, our programs work together, and the more experience that we have, the mentors that we have. I can't even tell you, when I got the coaching job, I did reach out to that same coach who coached me throughout high school. So it is super nice to stay in contact and have somebody for your support when you need it.
That coaching network makes all the difference too as you continue to progress as a coach as well. You talked about the staffs you worked under too and how you got your roots. I'm kind of curious about the staff you've put together around you too. You serve as a mentor now for a lot of young minds that want to get into that coaching world. What's the staff look like around you this year for Western Reserve?
Good. So my assistant coach is coaching JV is Alexis Hughes. She's back around with me again, and she comes, bringing all of her college experience, which helps these kids as well. And then we have a volunteer coach on this year. Her name is Tessa Napolitano. She's one of our teachers at Western Reserve. I believe staff just to be helpful. And I'm so excited to have her. She's been around this couple of days, and it's been tremendous having a third coach at practice. And then my junior high coaches they're the same as last year, which is Morgan Eichert and Nicole Watts. This is their second year. Well, Morgan's been here for 3 years, but Nicole's too. And they just are very supportive of the program. We are in communication always. What they need from me and what I can help them do, because, that's builds from the bottom up. So I'm excited to have everyone back.
Is it still surreal to you to look at Alexis and see everything kind of come full circle now that she's on the staff now?
Absolutely. You know what? She has a great rapport with most of the girls, and, they look up to her because they have seen that, that she could play. And, just us going to Cedar Point and the camaraderie that we all have, I feel like, her being a little bit younger and helping them out with all the knowledge she brings is phenomenal.
Let's look at a little bit at first game of the season. Why don't you let the community know where they can catch you to, and tell them why they need to come out and see this team this year.
All right. Our first game is versus Waterloo on the 19th. And then we play Camel, I believe. No, Mooney. Sorry. We play Mooney, and then we play Camel. So our first 3 games are going to be pretty intense, and Jackson Milton. So our four games in a row, that we have 2 1 week and 2 the next. These girls are excited to play. They got some volleyball in their heart, which is so fun to coach. And I know they're going to come out and they're going to make a show.
We're excited to showcase the show once again and have another year of Western Reserve volleyball here on the network. Coach Hughes, I'm wishing you the best of luck this season in that gauntlet of an MVAC Scarlet tier that you guys are going to have to fare your way through. I'm excited to see a couple of those premier matchups during the year.
Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate all your support that you do for our girls.
No problem. We are looking forward to another season of it. This has been a first edition of Coach's Corner with Christine Hughes, skipper of the Western Reserve girls volleyball team.
Thanks.